Welcome to Panzer War, a game developed by Shanghai Windy. This video is going to feature the mod shown there in the center of the screen. It's a low-ranking mod, rank 3. It's the T6E1. It's one of the better low-ranking mods. It is not pure cannon fodder. It is somewhat inconsistent from variation or version to version of Panzer War, which you may have noticed if you've been playing Panzer War for some time. There can be quite a difference depending on which version of Panzer War you're playing. The T6E1 is a Canadian variant of the American Sherman. There were 188 of them built by Montreal Locomotive Works late in World War II. It has a few modifications compared to the American Sherman to carry some additional equipment. After the war, they were also provided to Portugal. So if you're interested in either low-ranking mods that are available for the game and like to play a slightly slower game at low rank, or Canadian or Portuguese equipment, you may be interested in this mod. In the game, this is the lowest ranking Sherman you can get for the game. If you look at the characteristics, they're on the right, which will also be printed in the description. If you tap on the title of the YouTube video, you'll see them there, along with the version of Panzer War that I am playing. You'll notice that the reload rate is 5.2 seconds, which is slower than any other Sherman that you can have in Panzer War. The HP value was only 350, which is considerably lower than the other Sherman available in the game. It is also quite slow on the battlefield with a top speed listed of 30 kilometers an hour. However, you will probably not reach that due to the fact that when speeds are listed in the game, the top speed listed is usually that for on-road. Off-road, you usually only get about 2/3 of that speed. As regard to ammo for your mod here, you don't have a choice. Fortunately, you get a good load of 70 rounds, and the ammo does a fairly decent job of the against the armor of the opposition you will face when you play offline. In this version of Panzer War, as I said, check the version in the description, it does not seem to take camouflage. It does not have the pattern there. It would have the top pattern listed there on the left. And on different battlefields, depending on which camo it would be using, there is no variation in the tone of the color of the tank. You'll get that with some weapons when they do not take camouflage sometimes, depending on the version. With regard to equipment, I said this tank was quite slow. It also comes with pretty good optics. The maximum range you get on any tank of 440 meters, so I did not decide to add coated optics as additional 3 slots of equipment I could put on my tank. I did something to try to improve the engine. I do not have purple equipment. I cannot put the purple equipment on there. I would if I could, probably, if I had some to spare to speed the tank up. It is quite slow on the battlefield. I got him a Spieler liner, which improves his ability to take hits from the enemy, and of course, a gun rammer. When we do get to the battlefield, besides the camouflage, you may notice something else odd about this tank. It seems to have only crept up in this version of Panzer War. All the wheels on the bogies and the front and the rear, they're off center on their axles. The only one that's on center is the front wheel with the sprockets on it up front there. I'll take a view of that tank. I'll try to do a side view of it. You only notice it when you're operating the tank. If you come across another tank on the battlefield, they are off-center, but they're not off-center so much that you notice them when you're a little distance from the tank. So how about I demonstrate this Canadian variant of the Sherman out on the battlefield, and you decide whether you want to give it a try. I do recommend it as a low-ranking weapon you can put into your game, as it is not pure cannon fodder as many other low-ranking mods you can download into your game are. So let's do several battles offline, 7 versus 7, using HB mode, and I will end my commentary for now while we go to the battlefield.
Time to roll out! Let's go! shot. Move out. We didn't even scratch them. We've damaged them. Enemy armor is hit. Another one down. We didn't penetrate their armor. Enemy hit. Enemy is hit. Enemy vehicle destroyed. Penetration. Enemy armor is damaged. Enemy destroyed.
So there you have it, a short demonstration of the T6E1, also known as the Grizzly, 188 in the built by Montreal Locomotive Works in Montreal, Canada. Also provided to the Portuguese after World War II. A low-ranking rank 3 mod available for the game that's not pure cannon fodder.